Going to be really interested to see the jump that those girls that are sophomores make that got a lot of experience last year as freshmen.
Well, they will make somewhat of a jump. It's always difficult to jump in and play at the varsity level unless you've just played a lot of basketball. And for the most part, those girls don't play a lot of basketball in the off season and whatnot, so it's not quite as easy as it is for some people as sophomores. But out of necessity, that's who you got to play, and that's whether it was injury or just lack of numbers over the years, that's what Pella Christian's had to do lately, is play a lot of freshmen and sophomores on their varsity team, and that it's tough to develop skills that way. I mean, you get some experience, but your skill level doesn't get as good as you'd like to see it get.
Well, I know talking to Coach Foudy, I've gotten a lot of chances to talk with him doing color commentary for football games and stuff like that. I know he's been really excited about the work that they've been able to put in. He feels like this season they're going to be able to grow a little bit based off of what they were able to accomplish last season. So it should be interesting to see how that transpires here this year with him being in the program for a second season too, because this is the first time that I think any of these girls have had the same head coach for 2 years in a row now. I believe my first year here was Brad Ingber's last season. Jordan Dyke was here for a season in between there, and then Foudy started last year. So Faith Kagmarinsky, your lone senior, this is the third head coach she's had in 4 years. So, you just wonder how that will play out this year, just getting to be in the same system, kind of knowing what the expectations are, knowing how the offenses and defenses run.
Well, I obviously think they're going to be better than they were last year. There's no doubt about that. I think that they will have learned some things, but especially in the Little Hawkeye Conference, you're playing a lot of big, talented schools with mostly juniors and seniors that have played a lot of basketball. So that can be difficult, and you've got to adjust to that. Coach Foudy's got a year under his belt now as well, so he isn't going to have to think about everything in different steps because he's already been through it. He knows what to expect, and that all makes a big difference too as a coach if you are a little more prepared as far as what the emotions are of the game and what's going to happen around the different things and activities that happen during the year.
Absolutely right, and so it's going to be really interesting too. Want to get to our game time temperature presented by Van Heften Plumbing and Heating. And Win, I got to tell you, it was a lot nicer today than it's been the last couple of days. I was pleasantly surprised walking in here in short sleeves. It felt just wonderful walking into the gym today. 48 degrees for a game time temperature. I mean, that's especially when it's been windy and around the 40 degree mark. It was beautiful today.
When it was been 80, if it gets down to 40, you think it's pretty cold. But when it's been 32 and 33 with a howling wind and wind chill in the 20s, 40 feels really warm.
It does. It feels wonderful outside today. That's our game time temperature presented by Van Heften Plumbing and Heating. And while it's only 48 degrees outside, it's nice and comfortable inside the Pella Christian High School gym. If your home isn't staying comfortable during this cold Iowa winter, call the heating and cooling experts at Van Heften Plumbing and Heating in Pella. You'll rest easy when you pick up the phone in here.
Van Heften.
We'll go ahead and take another time out here on the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show on 92.1 KRLS and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel. We'll be back after this with more of the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show after this.
It's savings season at Knoxville Farm and Home. Right now, get 10% off all riding lawnmowers, but hurry, it's only while supplies last. Stock up for your kitchen, too, with 10% off all Marlin brand kitchen tools and utensils. And don't miss out on $1 off select window treatment kits. Plus, grab a 10-ounce fuel stabilizer for just $6.99 each, perfect for keeping your equipment running smoothly. For every project and every season, Knoxville Farm and Home has you covered. Stop by today. Knoxville Farm and Home, what a farm store should be. All throughout the Pella community, you see touches of Holland and classic Dutch architecture, but there's one place that truly takes you right into the heart of Amsterdam, the Molengraat Plaza just south of the square. With a beautiful brick wall featuring a winding canal, a working drawbridge, and a classic old world atmosphere, you'll find Pella's finest lodging at the Amsterdam Hotel, dining with Liberty Street Kitchen and Oriental Express, beautiful U Salon, Pella Nail Salon, the Pella Window and Door Showroom, and many service businesses. You could even take in a movie at Pella Cinemas. Good luck to our local sports teams from the Molengraat in Pella.
Hi, this is Dalton Buck with Hy-Vee. We understand that times are difficult and we want to do our part to help out. That's why we've lowered the prices on thousands of items throughout the store. These are new everyday low prices on thousands of items. And we also still have other ways to save, like our Hy-Vee Perks program and tons of digital coupons online in the Hy-Vee app. It's our mission to make lives easier, healthier, and happier. Stop in today and see our new everyday low prices on thousands of items at Hy-Vee.
November often brings the first cold snap of the holiday season. Pella Cooperative Electric would like to remind everyone to test and change batteries and smoke and carbon monoxide detectors and make sure heating equipment is in good working order. We'd also like to remind our member owners that our office will be closed November 28th and 29th to celebrate the Thanksgiving holiday. As always, if you need to make a payment, you can pay through the mobile app or call us 24/7. Looking out for you, we are Pella Cooperative Electric.
When you turn on the water or use electricity, you count on it. If it's not working, it's a problem. You shouldn't expect anything less from another critically important utility, the internet. Pella Fiber knows that in today's world, the internet needs to work. You count on it. Fiber internet is the most reliable option available. There are no data caps or throttling, and every home gets a gig for just $75 a month. So when Pella Fiber customers go to use the internet, it works, and it's fast. Count on it. Visit PellaFiber.com to learn more and get signed up today.
Look at me, I'm a superhero. And I'm building a fort.
If your furniture is getting a workout, it's time to visit Pingle's Home Store in Pella. They've got durable, stylish furniture that stands up to all the fun your kids can dish out.
We love Pingles.
Come to Pingle's Home Store today and find the perfect furniture for your family. Pingle's Home Store. Real people, real service, real dependability.
Hi, this is Brian Zonley with Two Rivers Co-op, and we'd like to remind area residents to be aware of the farm machinery on the roads this harvest season. When you're on your way to work, or a meeting, or a ball game, you might get frustrated driving behind a slow-moving piece of equipment. Please be patient, don't take unnecessary risks, and we'll all get to our destination safely. Two Rivers Cooperative with offices in Pella, Otley, Monroe, and Tracy.
The home and field advantage. Two Rivers Co-op.
2024 is coming to a close, but you don't have to wait until 2025 to start looking for your next home. Hi, I'm John Holterhouse with Pella Real Estate Services, and the inventory and options for homes and acreages on the local market are growing. I'd love to visit with you about exactly what you're looking for and start the process of finding the perfect place for you. We're all in the holiday mindset, but if you're in the home mindset, we're glad to help. Call me or any member of our team at 628-1BUY for Pella Real Estate Services. Happy holidays.
Welcome into the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show once again here on 92.1 KRLS and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel as we are getting set for the first game of the season for the Pella Christian girls basketball team against the Mustangs here. One thing I think that we haven't talked about too that's going to be really nice at least to start out the year because, this fall was kind of an injury-plagued fall, unfortunately, for some of our teams. We had a couple injuries in volleyball. Football had their fair share of injuries. We also had some injuries in the cross-country teams at the end of the year as well. So, looking out there on the court for the Eagles, primarily healthy, which is good to see. Jessa DeVries is back and ready to roll after missing a majority of the end of the season last year for the Eagles. You've got Chloe Snyder back as well. She finished out the season, started playing some soccer, and then discovered some more issues with the knee, and so she got that taken care of in the offseason here. There are a couple of injuries for the Eagles that are going to keep some girls out of the lineup. We got Chloe Nickel and Maggie Voss as well. They will not be in uniform today, but overall good to see the healthy start to the basketball season here for the Eagles.
Yeah, they, again, the depth is maybe going to suffer just a little bit, but they certainly got, 6 or 7 players that they can count on yet at this point. So, as long as they don't get themselves in foul trouble or get anybody else hurt, let these other girls recover a little bit and, get ready for that big push in January, because January is the key month, of course, because, you get into that time period where you're playing 2 and 3 games every week and all of a sudden the season's over. So you can live with a little give and take here early and, get everybody some opportunities to see where they're at, especially when you've got a few conference games in the first part of the season, but for the most part it's non-conference games, and so they can kind of feel for what they've got on the floor and how they work together in game situations.
Yeah, absolutely right. And just kind of looking out there, one thing that, I'm just noticing right now is looks like fairly good chemistry, just watching warm-ups. Obviously, it's warm-ups. It's not the game action, but, looks like, there's a good feel for where other girls are on the court. And then just, I think it's been built up. We talked about some of that momentum from the fall. Felt like all of our teams had really good chemistry, really got along with one another, and it's good to see that kind of continuing here into the winter. Just kind of watching the warm-ups, just seeing how they're interacting and meshing on the court.
Yeah, well, what I noticed is this team is made up of a really nice mixture of guards and post players. Got some, you've got 3-4 options at the post, which a lot of times teams don't have that many people that they can play in that post position, and so that the last year I coached, I had 5 girls over 6'1", and I played 3 of them at a time. That's pretty tough for anybody to guard against, and so if you can get that done, it really makes it difficult. So if they can keep them all healthy, keep them on the floor, if they can keep from making too many ball handling mistakes, that's always been kind of a bugaboo for the Pella Christian girls. A lot of turnovers. If they can control the turnovers, keep that number down, and make good plays, they are going to be in a lot of games that some people didn't expect them to be in.
Yeah, and I mean, one of the things too that you talk about that, you got a Rachel Kegmerinsky who's back, who averaged a double-double last season, had a really strong freshman campaign. You mentioned the guard play. You got Faith Kegmerinsky out there. They always have good chemistry, and I'm sure that stems from playing for several years against and with one another. And so, I mean, that's always good to see. But you just got athletes who have a feel athletically, right? That's one thing that is an advantage for Pella Christian. You talk about, you got Jessa DeVries, Chloe Snyder, you've got Addie Van Arendonk. They've all kind of been there, done that at this point. They kind of know what to expect, and so we'll see how things roll for the Eagles. We're going to go ahead and take a timeout here on the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show on 92.1 KRLS and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel. We'll come back and give you the starting lineups presented by Vanderlinden Services here on the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show when we return on 92.1 KRLS and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
If you have a big vaulted ceiling in your living room, how long have you had your current ceiling fan? Probably longer than you want to admit. It's a daunting task to think about replacing something 15 to 20 feet in the air. At Centerpoint Electric, we're here to help with any electrical problem you have, big or small. We'll install the new ceiling fan, and you can have a clean, modern look without any of the nervous work at the top of a ladder. Check us out online at centerpoint-electric.com. We're wired for excellence.
This season, PellaMotors.com is celebrating you, our valued customers. To show our appreciation, we're offering incredible savings, up to $19,000 off a new GMC Sierra or $15,000 off a new Ram truck. We also have pre-owned options starting from just $149 a month. Whether you're looking for a brand new or pre-owned, PellaMotors.com has the perfect vehicle waiting for you at a price you'll love. Hurry into Pella Motors today. We are thankful for you.
Hi, this is Tim Grotenhuis, owner of Culver's Restaurant here in Pella. This is the season of the pumpkin. Carving pumpkins at Halloween, pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving, and all kinds of pumpkin treats at Culver's. If you're a shake and malt kind of guy, enjoy a Culver's Pumpkin Spice Shake. If you prefer thick, fresh, frozen custard, try a pumpkin pecan, pumpkin cheesecake, or salted caramel pumpkin concrete mixer. We're celebrating the season of the pumpkin at Culver's Restaurant in Pella, where we're locally owned and involved in your community.
Hi, this is Dalton Buck with Hy-Vee. We understand that times are difficult and we want to do our part to help out. That's why we've lowered the prices on thousands of items throughout the store. These are new everyday low prices on thousands of items. And we also still have other ways to save, like our Hy-Vee Perks program and tons of digital coupons online in the Hy-Vee app. It's our mission to make lives easier, healthier, and happier. Stop in today and see our new everyday low prices on thousands of items at Hy-Vee.
At Marion County Bank, we go beyond banking.
And you're part of our story. It's about your family, memories, and shared dreams. Do you remember when you took the leap and bought your first home?
Or when you followed your passion and started your business?
That's right. We shared in those moments, those pages in your story.
Continue your story with us today. Join us on Facebook, Instagram, and visit us at MarionCountyBank.com.
Marion County Bank, serving you, building community, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
What's the coolest thing made in Iowa? The Vermeer ZR5 1200 self-propelled baler. More than 225,000 employees work in manufacturing in the state of Iowa, producing nearly $40 billion in annual output. So we're incredibly proud of Vermeer to be the first ever winner of the Coolest Thing Made in Iowa award. We've been manufacturing equipment in Pella for more than 75 years and work hard every day with a spirit of innovation by simply searching for a better way to do hard work. We're Vermeer, equipped to do more.
Welcome back to the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show. One final time here again. Scooters Coffee and Pella, amazing drinks, amazing people, amazingly fast. And we jump into our starting lineups presented by Vanderlinden Services, a family-based business that treats their customers like family. For any plumbing and HVAC services you need, call Austin at Vanderlinden Services. We'll start with the Mustangs of Davis County. It'll be number 3, Coley Smith. You've got number 5, Cassidy Van Lanningham. Number 12, Haley Husted. Number 24, Noelle Hill. And number 45, Nadia Zamolak. Took me a second to read the name on the sheet there. For Pella Christian, your starting line is presented by Vanderlinden Services. It'll be number 1, sophomore guard Jessa DeVries. It'll be junior forward number 13, Addie Van Arendonk. It'll be number 15, senior guard Faith Kekmarinsky. Number 25, sophomore guard Chloe Snyder. And sophomore forward number 35, Rachel Kekmarinsky. We'll go ahead and take one final break. You've been listening to the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show right after this, and we will be back on 92.1 KRMS right after this.
Hi, this is Dr. Tim Yoder, the Tri-County Veterinary Clinic veterinarian. If you're heading out of town for the holidays and your pet can't go along, have him boarded with us. He'll receive exercise 3 times a day, he'll be fed based on a schedule you set up, and he'll be given a nice bath the day before you take him home. To schedule a reservation, call Tri-County Veterinary Clinic at 628-4040, where your pet's good health is our number 1 concern.
They're the veterinarians.
Yes, we are. We're the veterinarians.
They do take care of pets because they love them.
Break out the turkey and gravy because Raceway Tire and Exhaust is here to say thanks. As Knoxville's one-stop auto service headquarters, they have a lot to be thankful for. From their loyal customers to their fantastic suppliers and employees, everyone plays a part in keeping Raceway Tire rolling. From everyone at Raceway Tire and Exhaust, have a very happy Thanksgiving.
Raceway Tire and Exhaust. We got what you need to get you on the go.
At Bruxford's Home Center in Pella, Black Friday is also Black Monday and Black Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We've got Black Friday deals from all the major appliance brands all month long. Come check out our GE and Electrolux laundry, Frigidaire and GE kitchen packages, and so much more. Don't fight the crowds. Come shop for the best deals anytime that's convenient for you with Black Friday all this month at Bruxford's Home Center in Pella.
As the leaves fall and temperatures drop, make sure your home stays cozy with Vanderlinden Services, your York certified dealer. Our expert technicians ensure your furnace is ready for winter's chill. Schedule a tune-up today and enjoy peace of mind all season long. Call me, Austin Vanderlinden, at 641-780-0193 to schedule an appointment, or visit vanderlindenservices.com. Stay warm with York. Stay confident with Vanderlinden Services. The best for the job.
All right, welcome back here. We wrap up the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show. Scooters Coffee and Pella, amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Again, our starting line is presented by Vanderlinden Services tonight. For Davis County, it's Cully Smith, Cassidy Van Lanningham, Hallie Husted, Noelle Hill, and Nadia Zamolak. For Pella Christian, it's Jessa DeVries, Addie Van Arendonk, Faith Kekmarinsky, Chloe Snyder, and Rachel Kekmarinsky. Those, again, are your starting lineups presented by Vanderlinden Services, a family-based business that treats their customers like family. For any plumbing and HVAC services you need, call Austin at Vanderlinden Services. And we are set for our opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply, kicking off the winter season here on Eagle Lane on your Saturday. Should be a lot of fun here for the season opener as the Eagles get started off. They'll have Van Meter in their next game. Then a pair of ranked matchups with Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont, who's number 1 in Class 2A, and then Oskaloosa, who's ranked number 15 in Class 4A. So good opportunity to get the season started off on the right foot here, build some momentum heading into those ranked matchups. So we'll see what the Eagles have here against Davis County. For Davis County, it'll be Houston in the center circle, jumping against Rachel Kekmarinsky. Eagles setting up in a defensive tip. Our opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply in Pella, your only local lumberyard and building material supplier, is in the air and won by Davis County. And it'll be Keely Smith with the basketball up top. She'll kick over to Hill, now over and into the post, and lost by number 13, Houston. And the Eagles the other way. Jessica DeVries lines up a three! Knocks it down, and the Eagles take an early 3-0 lead over Davis County on Jessica DeVries' first three-pointer of the season.
Yeah, nice. Started off with the turnover up the floor quickly and hit Jessica wide open. There's a nice block.
Yeah, Houston shot blocked by Rachel Kekmarinsky. Faith Kekmarinsky pushing the pace. Sets up the offense. Jessica DeVries on the right wing. Faith Kekmarinsky now to the corner for DeVries. Tried to get it inside to Van Arendonk. Jessa has to try to sneak along the baseline there and get it to Rachel Kekmarinsky. Knocked out of bounds by the Mustangs.
Yeah, no room there at all. That was a nice play by the Davis County player to stick her hand out and tip it away.
Yep, so one turnover thus far. Rachel Kekmarinsky nearly lost the pass. Chloe Snyder was there on the backside of it, though. Dribbles in and hits the 10-footer, and Pella Christian's up 5-0. 1 minute into the game.
Yeah, they got away with one there because they almost had a turnover on a bad decision on the pass, but it went right to Chloe, and she makes the shot.
Yeah, and the Eagles being aggressive, and they're going to get Chloe Snyder getting just a little over-aggressive. Ball over the head of the, I think it was number 5 in Lanningham, and the first foul on Pella Christian goes against Chloe Snyder, her first, and the team's first. Now it's going to be number 25, Hill, in the corner, dribbling to the baseline. Shot well off the mark there. Rachel Kekmarinsky got the rebound, driving the length of the court. Kicks out to Chloe Snyder. Snyder to the left wing for DeVries. DeVries to the short corner for Rachel Kekmarinsky. Cross-court pass to Faith Kekmarinsky. She'll drive baseline, back to Rachel, to Jessa, and Jessa traveled.
Zone defense by Davis County, and Pella Christian's going to have to move the ball quicker, but there's a case where Jessa's got to take one dribble and shoot the ball right away there because their defense is going to collapse in that zone, and you've got to take your opportunities when they're there.
Yep, so on top it's Chloe Smith. She'll kick to Zamolak, and Davis County turns it right back over. Their second turnover of the game. Faith Kekmarinsky down the court to Chloe Snyder. Inside to Addie Van Arendonk. Right back to the corner for Chloe Snyder. Three-pointer is off the mark. So 6:08 to go in the first quarter. It's 5-0. Another Davis County turnover. Faith Kekmarinsky with it. Kicks to Jessa DeVries. She'll drive in. Kicks back out. Faith Kekmarinsky open look at a three. That one's off the iron. No good. And now Davis County will slow things down as Chloe Smith kicks it into the high post. And Houston's shot no good off the backboard. And Jessa DeVries will push the other way for Pella Christian. She thought about a three and didn't get a good handle on that ball before trying to throw the pass to Faith Kekmarinsky. And it's a turnover for the Eagles as substitutions for Davis County. Zamolak and Van Lanningham out of the game. Into the game comes Palin Lawson and, let's see, number 51, Mason Ute. So Smith with it out top, and Addie Van Arendonk reads that pass. Turnover for Davis County, that's number 4. And Addie Van Arendonk nearly turns it over for Pella Christian. Jessa DeVries to Faith Kekmarinsky in the corner. And now up top, it's Chloe Snyder. She'll dribble handoff over to Jessa DeVries. DeVries to the high post. Rachel Kekmarinsky shot blocked from behind. And now Davis County will turn it back over. On the other end, on the fast break, Jessa DeVries stops on the wing. Kicks to Chloe Snyder, 3 in transition, and she left that one short. And Davis County with a 6th turnover. And now Faith Kagmerinsky will slow things down here with 4:52 to go in the first quarter a little bit. Thankfully slowing it down here a little bit.
I'm going to need a bookkeeper because every time I look down, something else happens.
Yep, and the Eagles turn it over. So third turnover for the Eagles. Here, 5-0 still our score. Pella Christian leading Davis County. Game reset wired by Centerpoint Electric. At Centerpoint Electric, they are wired for excellence. And Coley Smith with it at the top of the key. She'll kick to the right wing. Now ball goes down low and dribbled off of the leg of Addie Van Arendonk there from Houston. In case you missed it, presented by the Veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. Pella Christian started off this game with Jessica DeVries knocking down a three-pointer off of a turnover. And the Eagles they've been strong defensively thus far as Davis County commits their 7th turnover of the game. That's in case you missed it, presented by the Veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the Veterinarians.
Jessica DeVries lines up another three. That one's off the front of the rim. Rachel Kagmerinsky not able to pull down the rebound. And a travel going to be called here on Noelle Hill as the Eagles defense swarms her. That is the 8th turnover for Davis County here in the first quarter as Bryn Runner comes into the game for Chloe Snyder. Again, our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard, only one high school event today, and that is the Indianola girls wrestling team taking 5th, the Pella girls taking 12th, and Norwalk going unplaced at the Urbandale girls wrestling invitational. That is our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Didn't see who missed that three-pointer. Faith Kagmerinsky three-pointer off the mark. Thank you, Win. Coley Smith sets up Davis County's offense. Driving to the baseline is going to be Lawson. She'll turn it over, and that's the 9th turnover for Davis County. As Faith Kagmerinsky to the free throw line, kicks to Bryn Runner. Runner driving, kicking to Rachel Kagmerinsky. She was looking for Addie Van Arendonk, but good defense there by Ute.
Yeah, she was looking, but there was no chance. That probably was a bad idea to try to throw it to her.
Morgan Schultz into the game for Noelle Hill, and Hayden Humphrey into the game for Lawson. So Faith Kagmerinsky on the inbound. Great find to Addie Van Arendonk, who takes it up strong for 2. And Pella Christian's lead grows to 7-0 with 3:25 to go in the first quarter. Coley Smith with the basketball. Dribbles to the right wing, now kicks up to Humphrey at the top of the key. She'll kick it over to Ute on the left wing. Houston kicking to the corner for Humphrey. Looking inside and battling for the basketball are Ute and Van Arendonk. I think Ute's sitting on it. And the jump ball will go to the Eagles, a 10th Davis County turnover.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure about that one. I think there probably was a foul to get that jump ball, but they didn't call it.
Yeah, it's possible.
Either that or she traveled before the jump ball, one of the two.
We'll take it either way. 7-0, Pella Christian leads Davis County with 2:55 to go in the first quarter. Rachel Kagmerinsky, nice find to Faith Kagmerinsky, but could not convert as Davis County knocks the ball out of bounds there. Eagles still leading 7-0 over Davis County with 2:49 to go in the first quarter. Season opener here for Pella Christian. Addie Van Arendonk in the corner, gives to Jessica DeVries. Nice pump fake by DeVries, but good recovery by Davis County to take that pass away from Addie Van Arendonk. 4th turnover for Pella Christian. Bryn Runner nearly came up with the 11th turnover by the Eagles defense. Ute shot well off the mark, but an offensive rebound. Now the loose ball is going to be run down by Davis County. And Smith on the right wing with it for Davis County. She'll kick to Houston. Houston drives left side. That shot well off the mark, and it's going to be a shot clock violation for an 11th Davis County turnover. So Houston not able to get there. Ava Breams comes into the game for Addie Van Arendonk. And back at the scorer's table for Davis County is Van Lanningham. And I believe that's going to be... No, that is not. That is Zamolak. Excuse me. As Coley Smith and Haley Houston get a break. And across half court goes Faith Kagmerinsky for the Eagles. Bryn Runner on the wing. Down low to Rachel Kagmerinsky posting up. Faith Kagmerinsky nearly lost the basketball. Able to drive and flips the shot up, and that's the first 2 points for Faith Kagmerinsky, and the lead goes to 9-0 for Pella Christian over Davis County. 1:40 to go in the first quarter, and now Faith Kagmerinsky reads the pass, gets the steal, count the basket. Our first Randall Roofing raised the roof moment of the game as Faith Kagrinsky with the steal. Fast break and one puts Pella Christian up 11-0.
Yeah, nice read of that pass and stepped right in front of it. Went all the way to the basket, nice and strong. Not a lot of contact, but just enough to get the foul call. Now she can get the three-point play, which she does.
As she does, so 12-1. Our Randall Roofing Raise the Roof moment of the game has been brought to you by Randall Roofing. When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. And a travel by Davis County, 13 first quarter turnovers.
Yeah, I didn't leave a big enough box for turnovers at that rate.
Here inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth, Tyler Crabb and Wynn Veenstra here with you as Cully Smith returns into the game for Hayden Humphrey. And Jessa DeVries will bring it up the court here for Pella Christian. Off the inbound from Ava Breams, top of the key. Jessa DeVries to Faith Kagrinsky on the left wing. Inside for Ava Breams. And Breams tried to get it back out to Faith Kagrinsky as the defense was collapsing, but Eagles' fifth turnover there as Davis County steps in front. Inside, the pass goes for Ute. Back out to Coley Smith. Smith looking to drive to the right side. Got by Faith Kagrinsky. Shot no good. Long rebound. Jessa DeVries comes out with it. Down the court. Shot no good. And a technical foul on the Davis County head coach, Mike Zittmer. On the fast break, I think Coach Foudy's upset because they have it on the break.
Now, I'm not sure what they might get. Did they call the technical before or did they call a foul? So, okay, we're just going to call the technical.
Yeah, so they just called the technical foul going against Zittmer. And Jessa DeVries knocks down the free throw. But it was a 14th Davis County turnover here. It's 13-0 in favor of Pella Christian. Jessa DeVries off the mark on the second free throw, but the Eagles will get the ball back here. So 13-0. Pella Christian leads with 56.6 seconds to go. Jessa DeVries gets a breather as Chloe Snyder comes back into the game. Morgan Schultz also out of the game as Van Lanningham comes back in. Rachel Kagrinsky in the post. Nice feed to Ava Breams, who lays it in for two more. And that'll make it 15-0 Pella Christian.
And that was all set up by the fact that Ava was ready in the right spot to catch the ball and had the defender behind her.
Yep, and a shot by number 45, Zamolak, was well off the mark. The Eagles knocked that ball out of bounds. 29.7 seconds to go as Van Lanningham sets up to inbound this ball. Davis County trying to set up. Van Lanningham's pass goes immediately to Houston, whose shot is no good. And Pella Christian pushing the pace once again. Faith Kagrinsky to Chloe Snyder. And Coach Foudy tells Faith to pull it back out as the Eagles are going to set up for one shot. Rachel Kagrinsky to Bryn Runner. Runner to Faith Kagrinsky. She'll drive, kicks. Chloe Snyder open look at a three-pointer. Knocks it down with 3 seconds to go in the quarter. That'll be the first quarter as Chloe Snyder with the three-pointer puts Pella Christian up 18-0. After one, we'll go ahead and take a break and be back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth right after this on 92.1 KRLS and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
With Bank Iowa, enjoy the convenience of online banking, so you can manage your accounts anytime, anywhere. Transfer funds, pay bills, access e-statements, and deposit checks on the go with our mobile app. Plus, with Digital Wallet, you can easily track your expenses, allowing you to focus on the things that really matter. Available in the App Store and Google Play. Bank Iowa, let's make it happen. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Step into comfort and style with Brown Shoe Fit Pella. Whether you are strolling through town or heading out for your next adventure, at Brown Shoe Fit Pella, we have the perfect shoes and boots to keep you moving. Brown Shoe Fit Pella has a great selection of Danskos, Piccolinos, Uggs, Sorels, and so many more. From cozy boots with just the right amount of warmth to stylish sneakers that are perfect for every day. Hurry in to Brown Shoe Fit Pella today. Your feet will thank you. Brown Shoe Fit Pella, located on the south side of the square.
Welcome back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on 92.1 KRLS. Pella Christian leads Davis County 18-0 as we start the second quarter The Eagles limiting Davis County to only 7 shot attempts in that first quarter. And 14 turnovers as Haley Houston misses another shot here in the second quarter. Faith Kagmarinsky the other way for Pella Christian. Inside to Ava Breams. Up and in for 2 more, and it's an even 20-0 now for Pella Christian here with 7:37 to go in the second quarter.
Well, that was set up by a great pass, put it right in between the defenders for Ava. She's got a height advantage there and was able to knock it down.
Ball goes inside to Zamolak in the short corner, and she'll knock it down for the first 2 points of the game over the top of Ava Breams, and now it's 20-2 in favor of Pella Christian. So Faith Kagmarinsky kicking up top to Chloe Snyder. She'll drive. Puts up the mid-range jumper, and that one will go for Chloe Snyder. 22-2 with 7:07 to go in the second. And Coley Smith, gets it across half court. Kicks to Van Lanningham. Down low, and they're going to get Ava Breams for a push in the back, so that'll be just the second foul of the game on Pella Christian. The first on Breams as Jessica DeVries comes in for Faith Kagmarinsky to give her a little bit of a breather. We talk about Who's Always Open presented by Anytime Fitness. The last couple of possessions, it's been that post up to the medium range for Pella Christian as Keely Smith's shot, I think, may have gotten tipped.
Yeah,
but
it got blocked, and then Ava comes down with the rebound there. But, yeah, go ahead.
And Chloe Snyder inside
nice
to Addie
pass.
Van Arendonk. Her shot was altered by a foul on Houston, her first. Team's first. So Addie Van Arendonk goes to the line. But we talk about Who's Always Open. That medium range to the post up there has been really working for Pella Christian about the last 3 minutes of game time. And it's been open. So Who's Always Open presented by Anytime Fitness. I'm going with that spot on the floor because the Eagles have really found something there.
The last 3 times down the floor, they've had really good passes to open people.
Yeah, and so Addie Van Arendonk goes 2 for 2 at the free throw line, makes it 24-2 in favor of Pella Christian, who are now going to work on their full court pressure here a little bit. Chloe Snyder nearly comes up with a steal as Van Lanningham kicks ahead, and the shot was no good by number 25, Hill, who got her own miss, but missed the second try as well. And so Pella Christian the other way, Chloe Snyder to Bryn Runner. Was looking inside for Van Arendonk, pass wasn't there, goes back out to Snyder, now to DeVries on the right wing. Looking for Ava Breams down low, instead kicks to Chloe Snyder. Quick trigger three-pointer off front iron, but Bryn Runner is right there. Looking for Ava Breams in a host of bodies, and it's a 6th turnover for Pella Christian on the day. Allie Houston driving, shot no good. And Pella Christian pushing the pace the other way. It's DeVries kicking to Snyder. Open look at a three-pointer this time from the left wing. That one will go for Chloe Snyder. And
you leave her that wide open, she doesn't even have to get in a hurry, and she's able to put it up there, and it's usually going to result in a basket.
Yeah, 27-2, Pella Christian, and the Eagles force a 15th turnover here in the first half. Chloe Snyder will hand off to Bryn Runner. Runner is going to pull up from three-point range off front iron, rebounded by Zamolak. And the Eagles are going to commit the foul there. I think that, yep, it's going on Runner. That's her first, team's second of the quarter. As Palin Lawson and Mason Ute, check back in. Pass goes into Noelle Hill. She'll drive baseline, shot no good. Bryn Runner comes down with the rebound. Jessica DeVries at the top of the key for Pella Christian. She's going to drive, kicks back out to Runner. Top of the key, Snyder, three-pointer. That one's off to the right. Comes down to the left side. Coley Smith with the ball across half court on the right wing. She'll kick up top. Now the ball goes inside to Ute, back outside, three-pointer on the way. That one will go for Noelle Hill. And that gives Davis County 5 points on the day. Pella Christian 27, Davis County 5, 4:36 to go in the second quarter. Bryn Runner off the dribble handoff from Jessica DeVries to Chloe Snyder inside for Addie Van Arendonk. Van Arendonk with a nice spin move to the basket, shot no good. Ava Breams nearly had the rebound, but Ute knocks it away. Davis County nearly throwing that one away. on the back end of that. Coley Smith to the right wing. Ball goes inside to Houston. Her shot no good. Ute on the offensive rebound, shot no good. Now shot blocked. She's got another rebound and throws it right to Jessica DeVries, and a Pella Motors timeout taken here by Brendan Foudy at Pella Motors. You'll drive away happy. That's the Pella Motors guarantee. And going to take a second here because we had Ute miss a shot in there. We had Houston miss a shot in there. So I got to make sure I get all that put down on my stat sheet. But here in our Pella Motors timeout win, I think we got to talk about our urgent situation. I think it's why Coach Foudy is calling the timeout here, is defensively they're getting mixed up on some of those back screens on the backside, allowing too easy a position on the inside. So I think that's, I mean, with 27-5 on the scoreboard, I don't think there's going to be any urgent situations as far as scoring the basketball. So I think the urgent situation here is just getting that small thing cleaned up here in the season opener so that when you play some of these teams that are going to be a little bit better down low, this isn't a problem.
Yeah, what I've noticed both offensively and defensively is the Pella Christian girls are not super fast. They're okay, but they're not super fast. And so you need to anticipate what are they going to do with the ball so that you can anticipate where it's going to go. And they're not doing a very good job of that right at the moment. They did a couple of times in the first quarter, but the second quarter they've not done a very good job of that at all. So they've got to clean that up. If you're not going to have enough quickness to make that decision late, you better be out-thinking the opponent.
Yeah, so that is our urgent situation presented by Pella Regional Health Center. If you need urgent health care today, be seen at Pella Regional's walk-in clinics in Pella, Knoxville, or Ottumwa. Visit PellaHealth.org for hours and wait times. Out of the Pella Motors timeout, where you'll drive away happy, that's the Pella Motors guarantee. Bryn Runner gets her first 2 points of the season for Pella Christian and makes it 29-5 in favor of the Eagles, and it's another Davis County turnover, their 16th of the game. Jessica DeVries down the court. Kicks out. Bryn Runner going to try for three this time. No. And they're going to call it an offensive foul on Ava Breams for the clear out. That'll be her second.
Well,
and just third of the quarter.
Just a little too aggressive. They're trying to get position and box out there. And now full court press here by Pella Christian.
Yeah, Faith Kegmarinsky back into the game for Jessica DeVries. Looks like Ashlyn Vermeer also checking in on the other end. Getting the shot off was number 25, Noelle Hill. It was no good. Now a massive humanity inside, and Houston able to score. 29-7, excuse me, with 3:04 to go. Bryn Runner with the basketball. She'll pull up at the free throw line. Her jumper is off the front iron. Ava Breams comes down with the board. Ball swings for the Eagles. Bryn Runner up top. The left wing for Faith Kegmarinsky. She'll drive. Kicks over the top to younger sister Rachel Kegmarinsky. And now Faith Kegmarinsky gets an open look from the wing, and Faith Kegmarinsky's three-pointer will fall. And the Eagles' lead grows to 32-7 with 2:35 to go in the second quarter. Inside, Houston kicks back out to Coley Smith. Ute outside, Noelle Hill, three-pointer, off back iron, no good. Faith Kegmarinsky pushing the tempo for the Eagles. Looking for Rachel Kegmarinsky inside, back out to Faith. She'll drive, kicks cross court to Runner. Chloe Snyder, three-pointer, left it short off front iron. And then reaches and gets called for it as Jessica DeVries, Addie Van Arendonk, and Ashlyn Vermeer check into the game for Pella Christian. Snyder, Breams, and Runner will take a seat. Coley Smith and Noelle Hill will check out for Davis County as back into the game comes Palin Lawson. Davis County nearly threw it away. And Addie Van Arendonk going to get called for a tough hustle play there.
Yeah, looked like she got her hand on the ball to me. And
yeah, I think they're going to call it a block, kind of a blocking foul there with the body. Or no, they called a hold. Okay.
Yeah.
So that'll be shots for Davis County here with the fifth foul on Pella Christian. That'll be the first on Van Arendonk. That's a foul you don't live with as a coach. Trying to make a play, just fortunately, momentum of two girls going in different directions there as the shot was no good by Hayden Humphrey there. And Nadia Zamolak back into the game here for Allie Houston. Second free throw good for Humphrey. So 32-8, Pella Christian leads Davis County with 1:56 to go in the second quarter. Rachel Kegmarinsky gives to Ashlyn Vermeer all the way to the basket. A little bit of contact there. Vermeer not able to finish the shot through the contact. On the outside, three-pointer fired away by Palin Lawson. She knocked that one down. That was a high-arcing shot.
In the old gym, that would have hit the rafters.
32-11. Ashlyn Vermeer to Jessa DeVries. To Faith Kegmarinsky. Quick trigger on the three. No. Rachel Kegmarinsky down with the board. And she gets fouled and will go to the line to shoot two. Just the second time that Rachel Kegmarinsky's put up a shot today. She gets fouled by Mason Ute, her first, team second of the quarter. Rachel Kegmarinsky to the free throw line is good on the first. That's her first points of the season. Cassidy Van Lanningham into the game for Ute. And Rachel's second free throw just a little bit right. So she'll go 1 of 2 at the line. Davis County pushing tempo here. The Eagles try to recover defensively. Faith Kegmarinsky with a rebound off the miss from Van Lanningham. 33-11, still our score. And Addie Van Arendonk will lay it in. Two more, 35-11. Pella Christian leads with 1 minute to go in this second quarter of play. And a turnover there. And Rachel Kegmarinsky to the basket and will lay it in on the 17th turnover for Davis County in the first half. And a quick Pella Motors timeout taken here by the Mustangs as the Eagles quickly throw on a full court press here. Gives us an opportunity here to do a game reset wired by Centerpoint Electric. 37-11. Pella Christian leads Davis County with just under a minute to go here in quarter number 2 and in half number 1. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella, the Eagles forced 14 turnovers in the first quarter and jumped out to a rather large lead here on the season opener of 18-0. They currently lead 37-11. That's in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
Our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard here. Not a lot of games going on in our area today, but the events we do have today, we have the Indianola Girls Wrestling Team taking 5th, Pella being 12th, and Norwalk was unplaced at the Urbandale Girls Wrestling Invitational. Central Women's Basketball defeated Wisconsin Platteville 70-60 as the Eagles force another turnover. This time it's Addie Van Arendonk. And Rachel Kegmarinsky on the fast break cannot convert on the spin move. We'll get back to our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard here momentarily with just 27 seconds to go. An open look at a three-pointer is knocked down by Hayden Humphrey. She's up to 4 points. Davis County up to 14, all in this second quarter. Rachel Kegmarinsky gives to Faith Kegmarinsky. She'll kick to Ashlyn Vermeer. She'll drive and kick to Jessa DeVries. DeVries over the top of the defense to Faith Kegmarinsky. Her shot no good. And Jessa DeVries will knock it out of bounds with 3.5 seconds to go. So, Eagles setting up for full court pressure here. And ball is loose, and the Eagles will not get a shot off. But it will be a 19th turnover technically because Faith did secure the ball before the clock ran out. So 19 turnovers for Davis County here in half number 1. And so Pella Christian takes a 37-14 lead into the break. Before we head to the break, let's continue on our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Central Women's Basketball defeated Wisconsin Platteville 70-60 at the NCAA Division III Men's Cross Country Championship. Central's Derek Webster was 202nd. And then in the Women's Cross Country Championships for Division III in the NCAA, Central's Addison Parrott was 49th. Peyton Steffen was 101st. And Simpson's Tegan Booth was 87th. Those are the results that we have thus far today on our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. We'll come back and we will have the Central Tire and Auto Radio Halftime Show when we return on 92.1 KRLS and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
Do you need urgent health care today? Then come to Pella Regional Walk-In Clinic and be seen today. We treat ear or sinus infections, minor injuries, cuts, scrapes, sprains and strains, allergic reactions, aches and pains, rashes or burns, and more. Just walk in to Pella Regional Medical Clinic in Pella, Ottumwa, or Knoxville and be seen for your urgent care needs. Visit PellaHealth.org for hours and wait times.
As we're settling in for another Iowa winter, think about what the cold weather does to your garage door. Low temperatures can cause lubrication problems, metal to contract, and springs to become brittle. And consistent wet weather can cause your door to swell. Those things can lead to big problems, like your door getting stuck or not working at all. And that's the last thing you want to deal with in the freezing cold. Make sure those things don't happen by calling DeYoung Door Service for an inspection of your garage door today.
Hi, this is Kurt DeYoung. We're the gurus of garage doors. DeYoung Door Service in Pella.
CPAs are known for doing things by the numbers, but the accountants at Van Manen, Seastra, Meyer, Nickel go beyond the numbers. They are committed to their clients to bring the best advice at competitive prices to ensure that you get the best service to meet your needs. They'll stand behind you in case you would ever need help, unlike most of the do-it-yourself tax services, with year-round advice for any life changes that may happen. And if you're unhappy with your current service, they are accepting new clients with a smooth and seamless transition.
Save time and gain peace of mind with Van Manen, Seastra, Meyer, and Nickel.
Randall Roofing is proud to sponsor the Raise the Roof moment of the game.
Faith Kakmarinsky the other way. Chloe Snyder, 3 at the buzzer! Knocks it down! Randall Roofing raised the roof moment of the game as Chloe Snyder knocks down the 3.
When you think Randall Roofing, think gutters. You heard that right. Maintenance, installation, and repair. We've got your gutters handled too. Randall Roofing, your one-stop shop for roofs and gutters. Find us on socials or visit randallroofs.com.
As the leaves fall and temperatures drop, make sure your home stays cozy with Vanderlinden Services, your York certified dealer. Our expert technicians ensure your furnace is ready for winter's chill. Schedule a tune-up today and enjoy peace of mind all season long. Call me, Austin Vanderlinden, at 641-780-0193 to schedule an appointment or visit vanderlindenservices.com. Stay warm with York. Stay confident with Vanderlinden Services. The best for the job.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Ask me, Lance Klein, at the Verduff Agency in Pella, if auto owners make sense for you.
At Marion County Bank, we go beyond banking.
And you're part of our story. It's about your family, memories, and shared dreams. Do you remember when you took the leap and bought your first home?
Or when you followed your passion and started your business?
That's right. We shared in those moments, those pages in your story.
Continue your story with us today. Join us on Facebook, Instagram, and visit us at MarionCountyBank.com.
Marion County Bank, serving you, building community, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Certain. Certain who? Certainly. If you're going to get new shingles, you're going to get CertainTeed shingles from Dutch Mill Supply in Pella. CertainTeed Roofing offers a wide array of residential roofing shingle options, with profiles as beautiful as they are durable.
Dutch Mill Supply, located in Pella, is your only locally owned, one-stop, full-service lumberyard and building material supplier. My name is Joshua Payne. My staff and I are here daily for professional service from the guy next door. Our product line is diverse, and we'll get you what you need quickly and at a competitive price.
Welcome back to the Central Tire and Auto Radio Halftime Show. For tires, front end work, there are no appointment oil change and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean Ward and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. Pella Christian leads Davis County 37-14 here at the break. 4:52 until we start play back up. But win a great half of the Eagles. I mean, a couple of moments there where maybe just a few lapses, but overall, I mean, smothering defense, 19 turnovers forced there in the half. You only give up 14 points. You always like to see that defensively, that you give up more turnovers than points, especially here to start out the season. And then on the opposite side of things, some shots that didn't fall in that half, but overall a pretty good opening half to the season here, just getting things underway.
Yeah, I want to say it was an excellent first quarter because I think they were really locked in defensively, and like I said, what they gave up in quickness, they were able to overcome with anticipation of where the ball might go, and created a lot of turnovers. I had Davis County for 13 turnovers in the first quarter, and Davis County cleaned that up a little bit in the second quarter. I only had them for 7, so we have one discrepancy between the two of us here, but so pretty close. But I think Pella Christian didn't anticipate quite as well, and Davis County took a little bit better care of the ball, and they were able to then to hit some shots because they were able to find open people, and those shots went in for them, and they had a pretty good offensive second quarter to have 14 points, which that kind of kept them right in the game, as it were, when it looked like it could have been a running clock situation here early on in the second half, the way it was going. So Pella Christian did a nice job of taking care of the ball too, with only 5 turnovers. I'm sure Coach Foudy's got to be really happy about the fact that they've only got 5 turnovers, and if they can clean that up, but even little, and a couple of them were really questionable situations where the girls should have never thrown the ball in the first place. So a couple of times they've done that and got away with it. A couple of times they didn't. So if they can clean those ill-advised passes up, I think they'll be in good shape.
Yeah, it should be good. Going inside the numbers delivered by Pella Fiber really quickly. We'll start with Davis County. Again, they have 14 points on the game. Hallie Houston has 2 points. Hayden Humphrey has 4. Palin Lawson has 3. Noelle Hill has 3. And Nadia Zamolak has 2. For Pella Christian, they're scoring in the first half. Chloe Snyder led the way with 10 points. Faith Kagmerinsky had 8. Addie Van Arendonk had 6. Jessa DeVries and Ava Breams had 4 points. Rachel Kagmerinsky had 3 points. And then Bryn Runner had 2 points. I don't believe I missed anybody on that one. Ashton Vermeer was the only girl that took a shot in the first half that was not able to score in the first half for Pella Christian. So a pretty balanced scoring attack too there. That's inside the numbers delivered by Pella Fiber, where every home gets a gig. Join today at PellaFiber.com. Our second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service win. If you're the Eagles, there's not too many adjustments that need to be made, I think, at this point in the game, because you've played it pretty well. I would just say just continue refining things, knowing that you've got that. You've got some bigger games coming up. Obviously, it's the first game of the season, so this is all tuned up. But just really hone in on those areas that you want to get better at. Going into that Van Meter game, knowing that you've got Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont right out of Thanksgiving. Make sure you're starting to work on cleaning those things up here tonight, so that by the time you get to Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont, it's second nature.
Yeah, well, we talked about it earlier. Against the zone that Davis County's playing, they've got to move the ball quickly, and then they've got to be ready to get themselves in an open spot and then shoot the ball quickly. Don't let the zone collapse on them at that point. That's the one thing they're probably not doing real well, because they're taking a lot of really long shots because they're not really trying to get into that little seam and then shoot the ball quickly. If they get in the seam, they're waiting too long, the defense collapses, they throw it out, they get the 3-point shot, which they're making a nice percentage of, but they really got to move the ball a little quicker and then be ready to shoot the ball quickly when they do catch it.
That is our second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service. If it's time for a new garage door for your home or business, stop and see the gurus of garage doors at their new showroom just west of Pella Christian High School. It will wrap up our Central Tire Auto Radio halftime show here on 92.1 KRLS. At Central Tire Auto, you can get tires, front end work, their oil deployment, oil change, and full mechanical work on your vehicle. So stop and see Charlotte Ward and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. Take a short time out, back with the second half when we return here on 92.1 KRLS and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
Hi, this is Dalton Buck with Hy-Vee. We understand that times are difficult, and we want to do our part to help out. That's why we've lowered the prices on thousands of items throughout the store. These are new everyday low prices on thousands of items. And we also still have other ways to save, like our Hy-Vee Perks program and tons of digital coupons online in the Hy-Vee app. It's our mission to make lives easier, healthier, and happier. Stop in today and see our new everyday low prices on thousands of items at Hy-Vee.
Welcome back here inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on 92.1 KRLS. Out of the half here, Pella Christian unable to connect there. Rachel Kagmerinsky's pass a little too strong to Addie Van Arendonk. Results in an Eagles turnover, their first of the second half, and then Davis County follows it up with their first turnover of the second half as well. So the Eagles get the ball back here with 7:44 to go in the third quarter. 37-14, Pella Christian leads Davis County. Faith Kegmarinsky to Chloe Snyder on the wing. Down to Rachel Kegmarinsky. Back out to Chloe Snyder and back to Rachel. Faith Kegmarinsky drives. Decides to pull it back out. Goes to Chloe Snyder at the top of the key to reset. Kicks for Faith Kegmarinsky. That pass is tipped, and it's another Eagles turnover there. The Eagles offense just did not have, didn't have the looks they wanted.
Yeah, and again, they're passing the ball ill-advisedly. They got to make better decisions with the ball.
Coley Smith. Ball goes inside for Houston. The Eagles take that one away, so 2 turnovers apiece here in the half as Rachel Kegmarinsky pushing on the other end of the floor for the Eagles.
She's looking for a guard, saying, I don't want to dribble.
Yeah, Chloe Snyder left all alone at the top of the key. She'll knock it down. 13 points for Chloe Snyder, and it's 40-14 in favor of Pella Christian with 6:51 to go in the third quarter, and the Eagles going to apply some pressure here defensively. Jessa DeVries defending Coley Smith. Pass goes down low for Smith, who struggles to corral the ball. Finally does, and I think it's fouled by, I'm going to say, Jessa DeVries with the foul. That'll be Jessa's first. Team's first of the quarter. And Coley Smith goes to the line looking for her first points of the game. And off back iron, no good. So the Eagles with the only points here in half number 2 as we're about a minute and a half in, 6:39 on the third quarter clock. Smith off the back
Somebody
iron,
too soon. Yep.
But didn't matter, lane violation.
I'll take away the effort and give the turnover.
Yep, so I'll try to make a note that she missed it.
I just put a big X through it.
Yeah, so Jessa DeVries to Rachel Kegmarinsky. Looking for a cutting Faith Kegmarinsky. Chloe Snyder with a nice pump fake. Gets it down into the lane to Addie Van Arendonk, who finishes. That was a great play for the Eagles. Chloe Snyder with that good pump fake, setting up the nice bounce pass to Addie Van Arendonk.
Well, and that's the way you beat the zone. A little penetration and then be ready to catch and shoot.
And then on the other end, a 3 fired by Noelle Hill, well off the mark as the Eagles pushing the pace here. Pass from Jessa DeVries to Rachel Kegmarinsky was nearly too far. Jessa DeVries open, look at a corner three-pointer. Jessa DeVries will knock down the 3. It's 8 points in the second half for the Eagles, who now lead 45-14, 5:52 to go in the third quarter. And a Pella Motors timeout taken here by Davis County. Ooh. Looks like they're trying to figure out what to do here. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll stick right here. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. It's been a quick 8-0 burst here for Pella Christian in about the last minute and a half to jump out 45-14 over Davis County and get close to that running clock here that we were talking about just before the halftime break. That's in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
Our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard here for our contest today. We've got Indianola Girls Wrestling 5th, Pella 12th at the Urbandale Girls Wrestling Invitational. Central Women's Basketball defeated Wisconsin Platteville 70-60. And then at the NCAA Division III Cross Country Championships, the Central College Men's Cross Country runner Derek Webster was 202nd. And then for the women's race, Central's Addison Parrott was 49th. Peyton Steffen was 101st. And Simpson's Tegan Booth was 87th. That's our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Marion County's financial leader is Marion County Bank with offices in Pella, Knoxville, and Melcher Dallas. They're serving you and building community across the county. Game reset wired by Centerpoint Electric. Pella Christian 45, Davis County 14, 5:52 to go in quarter number 3. You're listening to Pella Christian Basketball powered by Bank Iowa on 92.1 FM KRLS Knoxville Pella and KRLS HD1 Knoxville Pella. Everyone has a goal and inspiration, a reason for being, whatever that is for you. Bank Iowa says,
let's make it happen.
Coley Smith looking for Cassidy Van Lanningham in the corner, and it's another Davis County turnover, their third of the half and 22nd overall.
I got them for 4 already, so yeah, they are really struggling taking care of the basketball.
I'll go with yours. 23 turnovers. Coley Snyder wide open. She was looking for Addie Van Arendonk, but defense collapses for the third turnover.
It's a great idea, but there was a defender there. You can't throw it through the defender.
Yep, Noelle Hill looks down low for Houston. Her shot left short. Rachel Kegmarinsky down with the board. So Houston shot no good, and she's struggled from the field this afternoon. Rachel Kegmarinsky to Chloe Snyder at the free throw line. Kicks to Jessica DeVries. Chloe Snyder all left alone at the top of the key, but left that one short. Rebound goes to Van Lanningham. 45-14, Eagles lead with 4:54 to go in the third quarter. Jessica DeVries pressuring. Got a little too aggressive with the body there. Knocked over Van Lanningham. And Jessa picks up her second foul, and the second foul of the quarter for the Eagles. Van Lanningham surveys, kicks, finds Hill. Down low for Houston. Her shot no good. Rachel Kegmarinsky now trying to push the break. And we'll slow things down because she didn't have numbers and didn't have a guard to find the ball, get the ball to right away. Chloe Snyder on the wing. Finds Van Arendonk. Goes down low for Rachel Kegmarinsky to the corner. Faith Kegmarinsky with a runner. And that one will go. And it's a 10-0 burst out of halftime for Pella Christian here. 4:19 to go in the third. It's 47-14 in favor of the Eagles. And Jessica DeVries takes the charge on number 25, Noelle Hill, her first, team's first of the quarter, as a trio of Davis County girls are going to go check in here. It'll be Lawson, Ute, and number 31, Haley Poe. Ren runner into the game for Chloe Snyder. As Faith Kegmarinsky kicks to Jessa DeVries on the left wing. Down low to Rachel Kegmarinsky. Faith Kegmarinsky to Addie Van Arendonk. Looking for Rachel Kegmarinsky. Ball went off the foot of a Davis County girl. Jessa DeVries drives. Nice wraparound pass for Addie Van Arendonk.
Saved her there, yeah.
Yeah, got knocked out of bounds. And Davis County got a little bit more aggressive on that possession, you can tell.
Yeah, not a great decision there. There's just a good pass there, but Addie wasn't able to make the shot.
Yeah, good pass from Faith Kegmarinsky to Addie Van Arendonk. No good. 30-48 to go in the third quarter. 47-14. Pella Christian leads Davis County. Bryn Runner tried to jump the pass. Didn't quite get there in time. The Eagles defense recovers. Lawson resets the Davis County offense. Kicks to Noelle Hill. Down low for Houston. Faith Kegmarinsky drops down. Made Houston go away from the shot. Now Houston with a nice pump fake. Got Van Arendonk to move. And Houston with her first 2 points of the half. She's now up to 4 on the game. 47-16. Rachel Kegmarinsky jumper no good. And Addie Van Arendonk with a follow and one for Van Arendonk off the missed jumper from Rachel Kegmarinsky. So 49-16, Pella Christian leads, 3:15 to go in the third quarter. I think Davis County wanted the timeout there. Didn't get it. Van Arendonk misses. Rachel Kegmarinsky on the follow, no good. And a push going to go against Davis County here. And a timeout taken here, a Pella Motors timeout going to be taken by Davis County after Mason Ute picks up her second foul and the team's second foul. So Pella Christian's lead remains at 49-16. Again, want to make sure that we give some love to Pingle's Home Store for our instant radio update sponsor. Unfortunately, we've got really nothing going on right now. I think the closest thing we could find to an instant radio update would maybe be if we could find the Central men's basketball score. They started at 5 o'clock, so they're just getting underway in their game. So I'll look to see if we can get us a Pingle's Home Store instant radio update. And the Central website doesn't have the live stats because it's on the road. So no scores there, but do want to give our shout out to Pingle's Home Store. Appreciate their sponsorship as always. As we're outside of the Pella Motors timeout. At Pella Motors, you'll drive away happy. That's the Pella Motors guarantee. Bryn Runner on the wing, kicks to Jessa DeVries in the corner. She'll drive baseline, and Mason Ute, you could say she tried to play defense. You could say she tried to set up the block for the running back running through the hole there. Whatever it was, she kind of threw Jessa DeVries to the wall.
Ran right into her and just bounced off of her.
Third foul on Ute, third foul on Davis County in the half, and Rachel Kegmarinsky takes advantage of the opportunity to lay it in for two more. The Eagles still applying full court pressure, and it's going to be a jump ball forced by the Eagles. Davis County will keep the ball And Sophia Slaughter going to check in for the first time for the Eagles varsity squad. And back into the game is Hayden Humphrey for Mason Ute. Jessica DeVries will get a breather with Sophia Slaughter coming in. Across half court, Lawson able to get it to number 31, Paisley Poe, to Hallie Houston.
Walked.
Houston kicks it out to, that was the most interesting shot I've ever seen from Noel Hill. It looked like she was trying to throw the pass. It nearly went in. Eagles the other way off the miss, though. 51-16 in favor of Pella Christian. Faith Kekmarinsky drives, kicks to Rachel Kekmarinsky, who through the double team finds Eddie Van Arendonk for the nice layup. Great play by the Eagles, 53-16 in favor of Pella Christian. 2 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Lawson kicks over to Humphrey. Humphrey back to Lawson. Lawson trying to drive on Faith Kekmarinsky, nothing doing there. Nearly an errant pass. And a deep three-pointer attempted there by Hayden Humphrey, but well short, will fall out of bounds.
Why
and
not? Yeah.
Nadia Zamolak checks back into the game, and Morgan Schultz also into the game for Davis County here. We are to running clock, so a minute 30 to go in the third quarter. It's 53-16. Pella Christian leads. Faith Kekmarinsky may be getting away with a little bit of a double dribble and finds Addie Van Arendonk, and that might be your ball don't lie situation, is Eddie unable to connect on that layup. Eagles nearly had 3 points there, but
it's only Addie's third miss of the night, though, so give her a break.
Exactly. Well, and that's exactly what I'm saying. You know, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, well.
But it was a close look. She should have made it.
Yeah, but 53-16, and a foul went on Addie Van Arendonk there, her second, the team's third of the quarter. Ball in the hands of Lawson on the left wing. She'll drive on Faith Kekmarinsky. Now the ball swings to the other side, and a three-pointer, no good by number 31, Paisley Poe. Faith Kekmarinsky pushing the pace. Kicks to Rachel Kekmarinsky. Her jump shot no good. And Sophia Slaughter tried to find an offensive board there for the Eagles, but could not do so. And she'll pick up her first foul, as Ava Breams is going to check into the game here for Addie Van Arendonk. Looks like Coley Smith checks back into the game as well for Paisley Poe. So the Eagles' fourth foul, so next foul. Either way, we're shooting free throws. Other side of the court here, we've got Hayden Humphrey with the basketball. She will hand off to Palin Lawson. Inside the ball goes to Zamolak, and Zamolak's spin move. She made shot no good, and she just immediately grabbed Ava Breams. Didn't even try to hide that one. That's her first, team's fifth, and the Eagles will go to the free throw line here with 24.7 seconds to go in the third quarter. Try to extend this lead. It'll be Breams at the free throw line. And Breams' free throw does not get the friendly roll.
Needs a little more arc on that shot. It's pretty flat. Makes it difficult to go in. Caught the front iron and back ironing off.
Chloe Snyder back into the game for Faith Kekmarinsky here with 24.7 seconds to go. Breams' second shot is good. 54-16, Eagles lead with 21 seconds to go in the third. Chloe Smith able to get it to Palin Lawson, and carry there by Lawson. Davis County, by my count, has done better on turnovers, although there's been a lot of action.
Yeah, I got them for 7, so they had 4 in the first 2 minutes. And
they cleaned it up a little bit, which is good. Chloe Snyder to Ava Breams.
No clock awareness, none.
Yep. I think Coach Fowdy was trying to tell him the clock awareness, but at this point with the lead, you're not.
Yeah, but if you're on the floor, you got to know what's going on.
Yeah. Just say with the score the way it is, you're probably not too upset, but regardless, Pella Christian up 54-16 after 3 quarters of play. We'll come back with more action to Pella Christian versus Davis County basketball on 92.1 KRLS. And on the Pella Christian YouTube channel, inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth after this. Again, Pella Christian 54, Davis County 16 after 3.
Look at me, I'm a superhero. And I'm building a fort.
If your furniture is getting a workout, it's time to visit Pingle's Home Store in Pella. They've got durable, stylish furniture that stands up to all the fun your kids can dish out.
We love Pingles.
Come to Pingles Home Store today and find the perfect furniture for your family. Pingles Home Store. Real people, real service, real dependability.
2024 is coming to a close, but you don't have to wait until 2025 to start looking for your next home. Hi, I'm Nathan Ward with Pella Real Estate Services, and the inventory and options for homes and acreages on the local market are growing. I'd love to visit with you about exactly what you're looking for and start the process of finding the new perfect place for you. We're all in the holiday mindset, but if you're in the new home mindset, we're here to help. Call me or any member of our team at 6281-BUY for Pella Real Estate Services. Happy holidays.
Welcome back here out of the quarter break. Bryn Runner driving to the basket. Chloe Snyder, three-pointer on the way. Chloe Snyder knocks down yet another triple. 57-16. Pella Christian leads here. 7:32 to go in quarter number 4. We missed a little bit of action. The only thing we missed was ball getting knocked out of bounds by Davis County after the inbound to start out the quarter. Bryn Runner just picked up a foul for Pella Christian, her second, team's first of the quarter, as Ashlyn Vermeer, checks in the game. So Ashlyn Vermeer in for Bryn Runner. And Vermeer guarding the inbounder. Ball goes inside for Houston, and Sophia Slochter reaches around for her second foul. Team second of the quarter. I think that Slochter wasn't, I don't know that Slochter was supposed to be guarding that player in particular, but ball goes into Hallie Houston. Chloe Snyder with a good hand knocks it off of Houston, who loses it out of bounds. 8th turnover of the half for Davis County. 57-16 in favor of Pella Christian with 6:23 to go in the 4th. Sophia Slochter at the top of the key, kicks to Chloe Snyder. Looking over the top for Ava Breams, finds her, and Breams is fouled. Great pass by Chloe Snyder up and over the top. There wasn't a great window to get the ball into, but got enough arc on it to get the second foul on Nadia Zamolak and the first foul of the quarter on Davis County. So Breams back to the free throw line. Barely touches anything on that one.
Still a little flat, but it got over the front iron. She needs to work on a little bit more arch on that free throw. That's better, yeah.
Breams is now 3 of 4 at the free throw line. She's up to 7 points on the afternoon. And the Eagles' lead is up to 59-16 with 6:09 to go in the 4th. Zamolak looking inside for Houston. Rachel Kekmarinsky.
Nice pass.
Nearly had the steal. Houston ended up with it and missed the shot anyways. The Eagles running in transition. Ava Breams did a nice job keeping the foot on the ground. Lays it in for 2 more. And that'll give her 9 points on the day. And 61-16, the Eagles have inverted Davis County's score.
Yeah, had no angle to use the backboard and was able to lay it off the edge.
To the basket. Shot no good for Noelle Hill. Sophia Slochter was the defender there. Slochter running the break for the Eagles. Chloe Snyder kicks to Slochter. Inside to Ava Breams. Breams' shot blocked. Rachel Kekmarinsky grabs the rebound though. And the Eagles swinging the ball. Sophia Slochter for 3. No good. Rachel Kekmarinsky there with the offensive board though. She'll put it up and in. And so the Eagles leads up to 63-16 with 5:05 to go in the 4th. Inside the ball goes for Houston. Eagles get a tip. It's a 9th Davis County turnover. Slochter up the court and loses the basketball. They're going to call the carry regardless. So 4th turnover for the Eagles as Mason Ute and Palin Lawson check back in for Davis County. Hallie Houston checks out, and so does Cassidy Van Lanningham. Rachel Kekmarinsky and Chloe Snyder check out of this game as well as Addie Van Arendonk checks back in, and so does Jessa DeVries. Coley Smith loses the basketball. Was fortunate to do so. Nearly a turnover for Davis County. Instead, it results in a Noelle Hill 3 from the left wing.
That was a pretty looking shot there, so to get out there and get a hand in her face, she's effective.
63-19, Jessa DeVries kicks to Slaughter. Three-pointer on the way, left it to the right. And now Davis County going to look to push the pace the other way. And they will throw it away.
Yeah.
10th turnover for Davis County of the half, and their 29th of the game. Jessa DeVries will bring it out for Pella Christian. Ashlyn Vermeer kicks to Slaughter. Slaughter, three-pointer! Sophia Slaughter with her first varsity points for the Eagles with a three-pointer. 66-19. Pella Christian leads with 3.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Cross-court pass. Ball goes inside for Ute. She'll be fouled by Addie Van Arendonk. So Ute going to go to the line. Third foul on Van Arendonk. Third on the team. Bryn Runner going to check into the game as Ute is on the mark on the free throw. Runner checks in for Van Arendonk. 66-19 Pella Christian leads, and we look at our game reset wired by Centerpoint Electric. Pella Christian 66, Davis County 19, 3:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Ute no good on the other free throw there as well. Jessa DeVries with the basketball, kicks to Ava Breams, now to Bryn Runner. Runner drives, kicks out to DeVries to the corner. Ashlyn Vermeer three-pointer, left it short. Slaughter there with the rebound though, and she'll be fouled by number 25, Noelle Hill, which will be her second and the team's second of the quarter. And timeout taken by Davis County here, as Pella Christian again leads 16-19 win. Great opportunity here to look at our final in closing. Or not in closing, in case you missed it. I can't read today. Reading is hard.
It's the first game of the year.
You know that reading is a difficult thing, man.
I don't have my glasses on, so don't ask me to read.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Reading's a hard thing. In case you missed it, presented by the Petrodarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. Pella Christian used a dominant first quarter, jumping out to an 18-0 lead, and they have used staunch defensive effort to jump out to the 66-19 lead here today. They forced 29 turnovers, and I believe they've only given up, I would say, less than 10 made shots. I don't have the official number of how many made shots Davis County has on the day, but they've played really good defensively. So 7 made shots on the day. And so that's, in case you missed it, presented by the Veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
Our last look at the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Indianola Girls Wrestling was 5th, and Pella was 12th at the Urbandale Girls Wrestling Invitational. Central Women's Basketball defeated Wisconsin Platteville 70-60. Central's Derek Webster was 202nd for the Central Men's Cross Country team, and then Central Women's Cross Country athletes Addison Parrott was 49th, and Peyton Steffen was 101st, and then Simpson's Tegan Booth was 87th. All that was at the NCAA Division III championships for cross country. That's our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard, and Sophia Slaughter knocks down the first free throw. She's up to 4 points on the afternoon. And knocks down the second. 2 for 2 at the line. 68-19 Pella Christian leads with 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter here. We're inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on 92.1 KRLS and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel. Noelle Hill's runner rolled around the rim quite a bit and was no good as Ashlyn Vermeer drives to the basket, kicks out. Bryn Runner going to try the three-pointer. No good, but Sophia Slaughter was right there for the rebound. And Slaughter for 3 from the corner. It's a little bit long, and she probably was feeling a little bit of the energy there as the student section is really rallied behind her efforts over the last couple of minutes here. But 2:29 to go in the fourth quarter. Palin Lawson working against Jessa DeVries. Lawson kicks back up top to Hewley Smith. We got a couple more substitutions pending for Pella Christian as Ashlyn Vermeer knocks the ball out of bounds. And into the game for Pella Christian will be Hannah Van Wyk and Aubrey Van Coten. And it's a line change for Davis County here. We got Cassidy Van Lanningham. We got Paley Poe. We got Morgan Schultz. I think Hayden Humphreys out there. I think we got a timeout, so Allie Houston into the game as well, and Hayden Humphrey, as we mentioned, is out there to go along with, I think that's Noel Hill potentially maybe still out there, but we've got a Pella Motors timeout here once again. And, again, want to give some love to Pingle's Home Store because we appreciate their sponsorship. Fortunately, we didn't have many opportunities to hit the button today of the bell at their store, but, we'll get several opportunities throughout the season, but always just want to appreciate them for their support and sponsorship of our broadcasts here at Pingle's Home Store. Again, it's Tyler Crabb and Win Veenstra here with you inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on 92.1 KRLS. As Pella Christian is just over 2 minutes away from opening the season with a win here against Davis County. A good way to start off the season for the Eagles as they're up 68-19 here with, again, as we mentioned, just over 2 minutes to play. I don't have an official read for this, but I got to say, too, we typically do this. We recognize our video, our crew that puts together the Pella Christian YouTube channel stuff. They do a fantastic job. Jacob Harmon and Frank Van der Bosch appreciate all their work today doing different things. As Davis County outside on the other side of the Pella Motors timeout gets the ball inside to Houston. Morgan Schultz for three. It was short and then results in a shot clock violation.
Missed shot. Rebound. We won't give him the turnover because it was going out of bounds.
Yeah, we'll give
him a team defensive rebound instead. That looks better.
We'll do that. Ava Breams with the basketball. Ball goes to Hannah Van Wyk in the corner. Down low, Sophia Slaughter got too excited.
Yeah, you got to make
threw it a little too hard. Up off the backboard. She was all alone. I think she just was like, oh, man.
Yeah, you got to make that. Hannah wanted an assist. Didn't get it.
Yep, and the foul goes against Jessa DeVries. That's her third foul.
Clock's running, so there's not a lot of opportunities left.
Yep, exactly. 1 minute to go here in the season opener. Again, Pella Christian just under a minute now away from opening the season 1-0. Three-pointer on the way. No good by Humphrey. And then Houston throws the ball out of bounds, so that'll be the 11th turnover for Davis County. And likely the last one of the game.
Well, they got to shoot because the shot clock's going to run out on them. So.
Well, that's what I say. It's their last turnover, likely. So Sophia Slaughter kicks to Aubrey Van Coten. She'll drive, nearly had the ball taken away. And then the ball bounces around, and that'll be a fifth turnover of the half for Pella Christian. I spoke too soon. Jessa DeVries with a steal and a layup. So 12 turnovers for Davis County in the half. 13 seconds to go. Morgan Schultz down low to Houston. Shot no good. Sophia Slaughter with the rebound. And Jessa DeVries will get it across half court. And I'm not counting the steal there at the end.
She just let it go.
Yeah, Jessa DeVries was more than content. 70-19. Pella Christian girls basketball opens the season with a win. We'll step away. We'll be back with our Eagles post-game show when we return here on 92.1 KRLS and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
Grow strong with us, Light State Bank, Light State Bank.
Could you be earning higher interest rates on your checking and savings accounts with our exclusive Lighten Rewards? Our Lighten Cashback, Lighten Interest, and Lighten Savings accounts are all designed to reward you for the transactions you're probably already doing, like swiping your debit card, receiving e-statements, and making payments by ACH debit. Visit lightenbank.com to start your account opening today. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Dr. Tim Yoder, the Tri-County Veterinary Clinic veterinarian. If you're heading out of town for the holidays and your pet can't go along, have him boarded with us. He'll receive exercise 3 times a day, he'll be fed based on a schedule you set up, and he'll be given a nice bath the day before you take him home. To schedule a reservation, call Tri-County Veterinary Clinic at 628-4040, where your pet's good health is our #1 concern.
They're the veterinarians.
Yes, we are. We're the veterinarians.
They do take care of pets because they love them. The plugs in the car go spark, 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 spark. The plugs in the car go spark, spark, spark at Central Tire and Auto.
If the plugs don't spark, the car won't start. For tires and brakes, front end work, their no appointment oil change, full mechanical work on your vehicle, and the little things like new spark plugs. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. Sing along.
At Knoxville Hospital and Clinics, we are invested in your health. Hi, I'm Dr. Catherine Dvorak, a family medicine physician at Knoxville Hospital and Clinics, and I'm accepting new patients. Keeping you and your family healthy is important to me. Whether it be well child exams, chronic disease management, or preventative care, trust me with one of the most important things in your life, your family's health. To schedule your appointment with me at the Knoxville Hospital Clinic, call 641-842-7211.
Welcome back to Eagles post-game coverage here on 92.1 KRLS and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel. Again, Pella Christian girls basketball opens the season with a 70-19 victory over Davis County. An impressive showing to start out the season here as the Eagles able to come out, play dominant defense, and grab the win here over the Mustangs this afternoon. Just always what you're hoping for to start out the season. Especially when you know that there's some games down the road that are going to be really tough. Always great to start out the season with some momentum, and a great win.
Yeah, it was second half was much more consistent, much more like what they did in the first quarter. Defensively, they held them to 5 total points, 2 points in the third quarter, 3 points in the fourth quarter. Forced some turnovers, not as many as they did in that first quarter, but I think Davis County realized that they had to take a little better care of the ball as well, and so they didn't quite have that many turnovers in the second half compared to the first quarter. But Pella Christian did a nice job, did a little better job of anticipating where the ball was going to go, so that they were ready to play defense and really controlled the boards very nicely. They out-rebounded them really nicely, so that was a nice win for them.
Yeah, a great win for the Pella Christian girls. Let's go ahead and take a look at our final stats tonight, presented by the Verdeft Agency, and we'll start with Davis County. I'll just go kind of through the scoring. I'll let you do the rest of the things that you've got. It's all unofficial. We always preface that, but Davis County today, they had 4 points from Hallie Houston. They had 4 points from Hayden Humphrey, 3 points from Palin Lawson, 6 points from Noel Hill to lead the Mustangs, and then Nadia Zamolak had 2 points in that one in this contest. And then for Pella Christian, we've got a lot of scoring to touch on here. So we've got our leading scorer tonight was Chloe Snyder. Faith she had 16. Should give the number with that, I guess. Faith Kagmerinsky had 10 points. Addie Van Arendonk had 12 points. Jessa DeVries and Ava Breams had 9 points. Rachel Kagmerinsky had 7 points. Sophia Slaughter had 5 points. Bryn Runner had 2 points. I don't believe I missed anyone in that. There was a lot of scoring there for the Eagles, and part of it is I try to set it up in terms of like the girls that are starting, and then gonna do a lot of scoring in our stat column. So tonight we were a little bit off, as Chloe Snyder was number 3 on my list, and she ends up with the most points of the night. So trying to jump around there, but that is my final stats presented by the Verdeft Agency. Win, what do you got that kind of stands out to you?
Well, what I like is the balanced scoring. You've already touched on what they had. 3 girls in double figures, 2 more that only a point away from a double figure. Another thing I noticed, I kept a shot chart. Ava Breams only missed 1 shot. That was that one she should have probably made. I don't know why she missed it, but so she was. I think she was 4 for 5, I believe, or let's see 3 for 4. So she only missed that 1 shot. Addie Van Arendonk only missed 3 shots total. And somebody else I had here that did a nice job of not missing her shots. So
maybe Jessa. She had 9 points, and it looks like she
only missed
3
1.
for 4.
Yeah, she only missed 1. So as a team, they shot 45%. Very nice shooting percentage. Only turned the ball over 10 times. We said they had 5 at halftime, so they did a nice job of staying with that. Only 10 turnovers total. Totally out-rebounded them with 37 rebounds to 29 for Davis County, so did a nice job of that. Forced 31. I had 31 turnovers for Davis County, so did a really nice job. Davis County only shot the ball 19%, so you're not going to beat too many teams if you're going to shoot 19%.
Yeah, so 31 turnovers here for The Pella Christian defense, that's a great stat to cap off tonight's final stats presented by the Verdeft Agency. And let Chad Lance or Larry examine your stats, customize an insurance plan for you. The Verdeft Agency providing complete courteous service to the Pella area for nearly 100 years. I talked with Coach Howdy before the game. We're supposed to be getting a player. We'll see when they make their way out of the locker room and things like that. Haven't seen them back out here yet, so we'll see if we can get somebody up here. We'll go in closing, presented by Lighton State Bank in the meantime. And again, today coming into the game, you kind of thought that the Eagles should be able to handle this game, but just a great way to start out the season here, get a little bit of momentum built up, knowing that you're going to play some tough games here early in the season, especially before Christmas break. You got that stretch where it's Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont, Oskaloosa, Norwalk, Des Moines Christian's in there. PCM girls are in there. They're a ranked team this year as well. Grandview Christian, they're going to want some revenge after the way that last year's game went here on Eagle Lane, and that's up in their gym this time. And, their brand new gym. They just built that gym. So, the Eagles will have some tough games right before the break there. So this is a good way to get things started off, in my opinion. And that's my kind of final thoughts before we maybe talk to a player here in a little bit.
Yeah, I thought the girls, we knew they would be a little better than last year. Davis County had basically everybody back. I'm not sure if Davis County has improved much over last year based on what I saw from the films that I've watched of them, and came a little bit shell-shocked, as it were, when Pella Christian jumped out to that big early lead. So,
I figured out who our interview is. It's Chloe Snyder, and she looks terrified right now.
Yeah. So, but anyway, they've got a long way to go. They're going to have to get a lot cleaner passing, and they're going to have to learn how to anticipate a little bit better and probably move a little quicker, especially on the catch and release shot. When they can attack that zone and get in that sweet spot about 12 feet away, they've got to be able to pull up and take that shot.
Yep, so we'll go ahead and step away. That was In Closing, presented by Lighton State Bank. Grow strong with us. We'll be back one final time to talk with Chloe Snyder, the leading scorer for Pella Christian in a 70-19 win over Davis County here on 92.1 KRLS and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel when we return right after this on Eagles post-game coverage.
This season, PellaMotors.com is celebrating you, our valued customers. To show our appreciation, we're up to $19,000 off a new GMC Sierra or $15,000 off a new Ram truck. We also have pre-owned options starting from just $149 a month. Whether you're looking for a brand new or pre-owned, PellaMotors.com has the perfect vehicle waiting for you at a price you'll love. Hurry into Pella Motors today. We are thankful for you.
Did you know that Connecticut's physical therapy has occupational therapy for kids? They work with kids like me to help with paying attention in class, following directions at home and school, learning how to tie shoes, overall coordination, managing my big emotions, and more. We have a lot of fun at Kinetic Edge and work on these skills through movement and play. Visit KineticEdgeBT.com for more information.
Welcome back to Eagles post-game coverage here on 92.1 KRLS and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel. Pella Christian again defeats Davis County 70-19. And with our continuing coverage of Iowa High School athletics, we're joined now by Pella Christian's leading scorer in the season opener, Chloe Snyder. 16 points in Pella Christian's 70-19 win over Davis County. Chloe, just starting off here, how good does it feel to get a win here to open up the season?
It's a really good feeling. I'm glad we started off really well. I do think we have a lot more places we can go, but I'm glad that we were able to get a good start.
Well, and looking at that first quarter a little bit, Davis County, you held them scoreless there. You forced a ton of turnovers. It ended up being 14 in total by our calculation in the first half there. Defensively, what do you feel like you guys did really well in that opening quarter to really affect the way that they wanted to play?
Yeah, we've been working on staying in our gap to try and help others when people are driving, so I think we did really well. However, when we keep going further in the game, we got a little sloppy on the low, but that is something we need to work on for Montezuma.
And we're going to touch on that going into Montezuma and some of those games coming up here down the stretch. But just looking at that second quarter, too, you mentioned that you kind of let them get a little bit of a run there. And I know Coach Foudy even called a timeout, which is not something he does a lot, right? But, just wanted to get things kind of cleaned up. What was kind of that message there in that second quarter that he was telling you guys to just kind of encourage you to rewrite that script a little bit and not allow them to get any momentum going into halftime?
Yeah, so he knows we can just do better, and he said we started off really well. We are just getting tired. It's the first game of the season, so he just says we need if we're tired, we have plenty of people on the bench who are just as good, and he can put them in.
And let's talk offensively here a little bit, too, because you guys were really firing on all cylinders on the offensive side of things, and it wasn't just one person. We mentioned you had 16 points, but there was also 2 other players in double figures, another 2 that had 9 points apiece. Just a great overall balanced offensive attack. What do you feel like you guys did well on offense to kind of jumpstart the way that you started out the season here?
Yeah, I think we did well at driving and passing out to the easy pass instead of trying to get it down into the post when it's not working. We also did, once again, really well at trying to get it into the post, but when they pass it out, try to go back in, because that's what Coach says. That's usually when they're open the most. So I just say we did a really good job at being selfless and passing to the person with the open shot.
And once again, we're talking to Chloe Snyder, sophomore guard for the Pella Christian girls basketball team, following a 70-19 win over Davis County there. In the second half, too, it could have been really easy. You had that big, comfortable lead to just kind of coast in the second half. You guys didn't do that. You really kind of ramped up the pressure, even applying some full court pressure to work on some of that stuff. What was kind of the mentality coming out of the break to make sure that you didn't just kind of relax, knowing that you've got some tough games coming up as well?
During the second half, we try to say that it's 0-0. Whether we're up or we're down, we start fresh and we come back just as hard as the first quarter. So.
That's a great mentality to have, too. We just talk about the balance, too, that this team had. I mentioned lots of girls getting involved in the scoring today. I think all but 1 or 2 girls that were on the floor today got in the scorebook with points this afternoon. And just having that kind of balance and having this group that can score basically anywhere on the floor, how much easier does that make life for each one of you, knowing that you don't have to shoulder the whole load of the offense?
Yeah, we put a lot of trust in each other to take the right shot and to be confident in themselves to shoot that ball, because we don't need just 3 people shooting 3-pointers. We know that everybody on the court can shoot from all 3 levels.
And looking back to last year just a little bit, too, this team is still relatively young, but a lot of experience brought back from last year, too. For yourself here as a sophomore, and I know it's just one game into your sophomore year, how do you feel like last year has kind of helped you coming into this season, knowing what you're going to be facing later on this year, as well as even today, just getting more comfortable here at the varsity level?
Yeah, so last year was a good year, but I'm glad we were able to start off harder. We worked hard throughout the entire season to be ready for these games, and we've worked hard on knowing what Davis County is presenting to the court so we can better defend them and score against them.
Absolutely, and in year number 2 for you as well, Coach Foudy in his second season here with the program as well. How beneficial was that coming in, knowing that you kind of had an expectation as to what to expect from the coaches and things like that in practices, and their expectations come game time?
Yeah, I'm really glad we have our coach coming back out. It was a great feeling, because there was a rumor that he was going to coach boys basketball, but that rumor was settled pretty quickly. But knowing how he plans practices was a great thing, but we are definitely working a lot harder than we did last year to be better than we were last year, yeah.
But he's a great coach, and I'm sure a very fun coach to play for as well, too. But, you mentioned Montezuma coming up, and then Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont after Thanksgiving break there, knowing that you've got some tough games ahead. What are some of those areas that you kind of think that you'll be working on here in some practices leading up to those games to just really take your game to the next level?
Yeah, so before every game we have boxes that we need to check off, and sadly we were not able to get one, which was get to the free throw line 15 times. We got it 14, but so definitely driving instead of just shooting the 3-pointer all the time and following into contact. We had a good turnover assist ratio, but we're always trying to turn it down. Yeah, just our defense being able to stay strong throughout the entire 4 quarters. So, yeah, there's a lot we can work on.
I'll give you one final question here, too, because I know that you got your friends here who are giving you a hard time. But, for a Saturday, too, season opener, I know that the expectation was that you were to come in and be able to get the win. But to see the crowd you guys had here today, it was a great crowd. What can you say just to have that kind of fanfare here to start out the season on a busy Saturday afternoon?
Yeah, I was actually really surprised, and I felt a lot of pride knowing that our girls basketball audience is growing, that we're becoming better so that we can get some more audience from just on a Saturday, because a lot of people have things to do on Saturday. So
very true. Chloe, appreciate the time as always. Congratulations on the season opening win. Looking forward to seeing the rest of the season here for the girls and potentially some more conversations down the road here.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. That was Chloe Snyder, the leading scorer for Pella Christian in a season opening 70-19 win over Davis County here. And that'll do it. We will send it back to the studio. Thanks to Kathy Mully back at Mission Control, and to Jacob Harmon and Frank Vandenbosch for joining us up here to put together one of the best live streams in the state. We'll send it back there. Thank you to everyone for tuning in here to Eagles postgame coverage. Again, the Eagles defeat Davis County 70-19 here to open the 2024 season.